Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game that we're making. When we last left off, we built the final boss. Now we need to kind of test out what he's like to fight. Well, that was a plan anyway, but it occurs to me that he doesn't have any stats yet, so first we're going to actually get to where he is and take a look at our stats and try to figure out what stats he should be having. That's kind of important. So here we are, heading back into the final hallway. Just gonna kind of play through this like normal. Pretend that I'm gonna get that treasure that's over there in that direction. Alright, what am I gonna do with you? I suppose we could use a fire stick. Oh yeah, you guys are pretty strong. Especially when you focus all your attacks on the same person. That's kind of painful. Kind of think of it, that would have been a good time to use that emergency spell of hers, since she still had plenty of health. And now she's not going to be able to do anything, because she got herself paralyzed. Shame on her. You know, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to go find some healing items. Nah, I'll worry about that later. Out of curiosity, it's been a while since I've tried. Can Jenny use spells while she's paralyzed? No. That is not an option. Oh well, we got plenty of onions on hand. Alright, like I said, pretend I'm going after this, and then back up here. Didn't get into any other encounters, it seems. That's okay. Alright. So, going into this fight, what sort of attack do we all have? 50... whatever yours happens to be, because he's going to be resistant to the ice rod, and 90. Well, let's use 50 as the baseline, because we do want to have Jenny be able to cause some amount of damage. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and give this final boss some defense. Maybe 40? What defense do these guys have? Kraken has 40 and you have 34. Kind of redundant to have two enemies have the same amount of defense. So here, Cookin, you get 38. While I'm thinking about it, how much experience do you guys give? 66, 40... Well, how much did the previous boss give? 150 experience, I want to say? No, I don't want to say, I want to check. The mid-boss gave... 120 experience. So I'll go ahead and give the final boss 200 experience. It's a little weird to have a final boss give experience, but trust me, there is a reason for that. And he's not going to give any money because that wouldn't be very pointful. Going to give him pretty high resistance to magic, status afflictions, 50%, yeah. As a reminder, event encounters are completely immune to instant death and stone, so I don't have to worry about that. Moreover, I don't have to worry about that because I don't think any of my teammates can even use instant death or stone. As for agility, I want to make sure that Jenny is able to attack before the final boss. Agility of 80, 70... And for comparison, agility of 70, 63. Now, considering he attacks twice, and this includes spells that could hit all enemies or all party members, maybe I would want to give him an agility of 60. Hopefully that's not going to affect his accuracy too much. As for his strength, I'm going to want to be pretty high. So if Not Effort has an attack of 110, probably going to be one a little bit stronger than that. We'll say 120. $120 to start probably wouldn't be a bad idea. We also need to figure out how strong his spells are going to be. Still no idea what name to give this guy, by the way. Alright, so let's see here. I'm actually going to put a little bit more effort into how much MP these spells have. So probably like... Well, Cream Meat is his most powerful spell. It's probably going to be using like 20 MP. Shockwave will be likely using 15 since it can hit all of us as well. Meltdown, probably like 8. It's going to be using it pretty frequently. Increase attack, 10 for 10. Radiation, 5. Barrier is going to be a pretty big deal. So maybe 14? And death is definitely scary. 25. So how much MP should I give him with this information in mind? He doesn't have the Drain MP spell anymore, so whatever he's got, he's got. Well, let me grab my calculator real quick, because I kind of have an idea of what I want to do. Alright. I'm gonna give him 300 MP. Basically, I'm like averaging out the cost of his spells, around 15 MP each, and he attacks twice per turn. So this would be enough MP to last 10 turns or so. If your battle is going so much long that he runs out, then that kind of makes things a little bit easier for you, the player. Because he's almost... well, he's not going to be able to use any of his big spells anymore. So, at some point, you would be outlasting him. And I kind of want that to be the ideal situation if you are under-leveled. And with that, let's see, how powerful are his spells going to be? Well, let's see what our health is right now. So, 85, 110, 90... I set his attack power to 120. So Jenny's gonna be taking quite a bit of damage, actually. Or is she? Well, let me think here. 120 minus 60 is 60. Divide that by 2 to get the damage output. Okay, that's actually 30 points of damage. But hey, he's got that spell that boosts attack power, so that could go up. I might want to consider increasing how much that boosts attack power, actually. So at 85 HP... yeah, maybe I will increase the amount that this raises his attack power. We'll make it up to 15. Keep the MP amount the same though. So Cremate is going to be his strongest spell. And if Monkey See has 85, we don't want Monkey See to possibly go down in one hit. So maybe like 40 damage for Cremate? Probably. And Shockwave, I'll probably like have 25 points against the whole team, possibly. Yeah, that sounds good. Meltdown would be particularly strong. So if Cremate is 40 points against everybody, Meltdown will probably be just 40 points against one person. Again, this is without including the defensive buff of the scales that we have. So 40, 25, increase attack, poison everybody. 40, barrier is 50% resistance, and alright, everything's set up. Let's actually go ahead and find out what it's like to fight this guy now. I like fire. I want to share fire. I want a world of ash. I will turn you into ash. And here we go. Let's go ahead and what do I want to start with? Well, first things first, he's got 5,000 HP right now, and he's probably not going to still have 5,000 HP. I just gave him 5,000 for the moment because I kind of want to get an idea of how much damage I'm causing against him. Let's start by just using some regular attacks. And see how much damage overall we've caused by the end of 10 turns. That's a pretty strong attack. I will at the very least want to take the time to get us healed up. Let's go ahead and try this emergency spell. Interesting. Darestrix actually went for the poison that time. Do I have the config for him set funny? The plan, rather? No, it's the same as I normally have it. I really don't get how he decides to use that and why sometimes he doesn't. Let's get in some more emergency. Speaking of poison, you know, that's gonna be kind of throwing things off because poison, that the damage you receive from poison is dependent on how much health he has, his max health in fact. So That's going to vary depending on how much his max health is going to be. So I'm actually going to restart this, and I'm going to set things up so that Daristrix does not use poison. So let me go into the plan real quick. Daristrix, don't use magic, because that kind of includes poison. In fact, to balance things out, I'll go ahead and have you go a few turns without using any special attack either. So start off with a couple of regular attacks. Nah, heck, let's have Jenny use a fire stick. Why did I do that? I know he's immune to fire. Okay, in this case, can't use emergency, so hopefully this'll do. So this is turn number 2. Here's turn number 3. That's kind of painful. Alright, on this turn, turn number 4, I'll go ahead and allow Daristrix to use special attacks now. So turn number 4, and let's go ahead and get rid of that boosted attack, because that's kind of painful. And hardier. Well, for this particular RNG, he's enjoying the benefits of boosting his attack. So turn number 5, going to continue knocking that off. Daristrix got high resistance to fire. Turn number 6, hardier again. All of us. Uh-oh. Okay, that didn't take effect good. Okay, so here's turn number 7. Turn number 8. Heal that poison and hearts. Well, that's a bummer. Well, we're almost done with this fight anyway, so we'll just endure it. Turn number 9. In fact, get rid of that barrier he put up. Or, alternatively, give Jenny some tea. And here's the last turn, so whatever happens on this turn, we'll figure out how much HP he's got left. Alright, how much health you got? Looks like you took a little over 2,000 points of damage. So, what I'll probably want to do is give you 2,000 points of health. That is what I shall do then. The final boss officially has 2,000 points of health. By the way, something kind of interesting I noticed about this final boss sprite. As a reminder, this is one of the hidden sprites that are hidden in Anime Maker, which is the sprite editor that comes with RPG Maker 1. His horn there on the right is slightly cut off. Whoever created this sprite kind of goofed with that. Anyway, I got 4 people watching this stream right now, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream! I'm creating the final boss of this little RPG. It's not a real serious RPG, it's kind of a little silly at times, in fact. I need a name for this final boss. Anybody watching have a name for the final boss? And if you have a name, go ahead and type it into the chat. In the meantime, I'm going to start setting up what happens after we defeat the final boss. So after fighting him, we need to get the screen faded back in. I'll just default it the normal method. I'm gonna kind of want to make a load-bearing boss situation, and this place is going to be starting to crumble. How do I want to do this? Well, first I need to dissipate his flames, since, well, they're kind of his thing. So take over to the flame on the left, which is going to flash for a moment before disappearing. And we're also going to take over to this, which I've already started to set up, so take over to that. And this will also flash for a second before disappearing. Now what do I want to do from here? Well, eventually I'm going to want some rocks to be falling from up above. So if we're standing up here, how far up do we need these rocks to be for them to be kind of off screen a little bit? Probably like right around here. Yeah. And there will be kind of a rock here and here. Here. Hello there, Atlantis! Welcome to my stream. I probably already welcomed you earlier, because you are one of the people who heard my question about the guy's name. But, welcome anyway. I'm also gonna kind of want to throw a few of these along the way during the escape. So, probably like... I'll just randomly kind of scatter these. That'll do. So Lantis has suggested a bit of a long name. We'll just shorten it to his first name there. We'll go with Phasmon. So that is the name of the final boss. Now back to setting this up. I think what I'm going to start by doing here is sound effect. We'll go with that sound effect for the moment, and that's going to occur when the screen shakes. We'll also kind of have the screen change color. Change to red, and we're going to have some explosions here and there. Multi-explosions, in fact, randomly appearing on screen. Okay, what was my death sound effect? Because I feel like that's relatively appropriate for the sound of these explosions. Sound number 39. Actually, before I do that, we're going to have the screen change once more, and at this point is going to be when it takes over to these, where the rocks start falling. At which point, we need to get a graphic for them, and I forget which graphic is the pebbles. They're somewhere around here, though. There they are. And they will kind of move down a few spaces, flashing down. And also, it occurs to me I need to go on the episode break. It is time for the second episode break of my stream, so we will be right back. And when we come back, we're going to create the escape sequence of this game. And there's going to be a monster the player will have to fight along the way.